We are victims, and we're happy that we're safe. In the police press conference, they said, not victims, they're vandals. How do you feel about that?
It's how you wanna make it look like. Whether you call it a robbery, whether you call it extortion, or us paying just for the damages. Like, we don't know. All we know is that there was a gun pointed in our direction, and we were demanded to give money.
Well, and that's a really interesting point. I want to take a little time on this. If I were to ask you the same question again right now and say, were you robbed on Sunday morning in Rio, how would you answer it?
I'd be like, I can't answer that because I don't know because I was intoxicated, so I don't know. All I know is that there was a gun pointed at us, and we were demanded to give money, whether it was to pay for the damages of the poster, whether it was extortion or whether it was a robbery. Like, I'm not equipped to.
Except I want to point out that Gunner, in his statement to police, said at some point someone who spoke English walked over and offered to help translate this altercation. And he made it clear that the security guard was telling the four of you, you need to pay for that stuff, that damage, before you can leave here, or I'm going to call the police. You understood that at that time, didn't you?
Yeah, so then we had to give the money.
Right, so but at that point it's not a robbery. At that point, you're striking a deal. You're striking a deal to pay for what damage you've caused so that he doesn't call the police and this doesn't become a bigger incident. Isn't that fair?
We just wanted to get out of there. We were held, there was a gun pointed in our direction. We were all frightened. And we wanted to get out of there as quick as possible. And the only way we knew is by this guy saying, you have to give him money. So we gave him money and we got out.
That doesn't sound like a robbery. A robbery is when some guy targets you, whether he's armed or not, to take your money and your belongings and your valuables. This guy was negotiating a deal because of what had happened in that walkway. And you guys were on the other end of that negotiation.
And that's why it could be, people can see it in many different directions. All we know is that there was a gun pointed to us and we were demanded to give him money. And a story.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is the first version of the story you told, Ryan, was much more about the mean streets of Rio.
Yeah.
And the version we're hearing now is much more about a negotiated settlement to cover up some dumb behavior.
And that's why I'm taking full responsibility for it, is because I over-exaggerated that story. And if I never done that,